Welcome back to my channel. My name is SeriSparkles, as you guys probably know, and I decided to sit down and do a WIP and chat. It's been a little while since I've done one, and I don't know, I just feel like I can fill some time with diamond painting and yapping and just talking about life. So far, I am, as you can see, I'm upside down, but I am working on Magical Bookshelf by Runa Mareuty. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm grabbing the artwork here, the little card. I am working down to the top of the Raven. So I am in like this section right here with the books. So not very far. It was funny yesterday. I was showing my husband like what I had done and he's like, "Oh, are you halfway?" Or was it my mom? I think it was my mom. Yeah. Who was like, "Are you halfway?" And I was like, no, not even close. Halfway would be about right here. I'm right here. So anyway, I'm really loving this diamond painting. I will chat about it. There are a couple weird things. Not a couple. One kind of weird thing that I've been running into, but I'll show you guys. Talk about it in a little bit. But yeah, let me get sat down and situated and we'll get to the whipping of the chat. Oh, you know what? I didn't even show you guys my accessories. I feel like I want to show you my accessories. So as you can see in my tray, this is just my own tray. I already had this one printed, but I thought the purple with the like orange bottom actually kind of matched with all the orange accents of this kit. So I'm using this tray. I'm using the Bijou Bliss. It's like one of her tiny little minis as a trash minder. I am using this pen from Poshy Pens. I thought it was really pretty and it matched pretty well. I have this Moon Dust cover minder that I'm using. I don't really need it for this section now because I've kind of done something weird with doing the Raven first. So it's just chilling over here. And then my washi tape that I've been using is this one from Simply Gilded. It's like these bats with skeletons and witch hats, but it's also kind of like sparkly holographic. Thought that one was really cute. And then for putty, I'm using Randa's Crafty Corner putty in the scent Lavender and Lemonade. The scent doesn't really go, but I chose it because it's lavender and there's a lot of like purples and lavenders in this kit. I don't really have any like fall. No, I have fall scents, but I didn't really have anything that like, I mean, A, it's August, so it's not really fall, but B, I don't really have anything that goes with like witchy scent, I guess. So lavender and lemonade is gonna have to do. And then I think that's about it. Yeah, that is it for the accessories. So now I'm gonna start whipping. I did open this section and I placed these drills down and then was like, actually, I wanna do a whip and chat. So I quickly got you set up and ready for that. All right, so I know it's been quite a while since I've done a whip and chat, but I have been doing like vlogs and like unboxing videos and stuff, so it's not like you haven't heard of or seen me, heard from me. You just haven't in this setting in a while. I'm trying to think what would have been going on since I last saw you guys. I have gone on a couple just little small trips. Last weekend, I went with my husband. We went to Wallowa Lake here in Oregon. It's in Joseph, Oregon. I say here in Oregon. I live in Idaho, but it's not too far. It's about a 4-hour drive from where we are, and it's this super cute little mountain town. I'm sure I'll be putting pictures up on the screen. But it was our first road trip in my new Miata. And you guys probably can tell by the size of the Miata that it is not large. And so packing for a trip in that little car is difficult. But you'll probably be surprised to learn that 2 carry-ons plus like little extra bits around the carry-ons fit in the trunk of that car. We stacked 2 carry-ons on top of each other. So I had one, my husband had one. And then my toiletries bag, I did try to put in the carry-on, but it was just too much in the ways of toiletries. I don't take a lot of makeup with me, but I do take a lot of like skincare, and I have a really big, I think this is mostly why it didn't fit, but I take this whole big thing of body butter. I use the like Saltaire body butters. And though that alone just is bulky. And I take like, I should probably do this. I don't really have, travel size things. I just take whole size, full size things like shampoo and conditioner and stuff. But anyway, so my toiletries bag kind of fit like squished along the side of the carry-ons in the trunk. And then I was also able to put, like, we both put extra pairs of like tennis shoes kind of around. And then like I shoved like my blanket in there too. So it's like, it's 2 carry-ons and then some room for like extra things. And that worked out. That worked out really well. The only thing that kind of was a drawback for me is you cannot buy like souvenirs that are any bigger than like a shirt or something you can put in your suitcase. Which when we go places, my husband and I, like, we go to antique shops and I'll buy like Pyrex things, or like I've bought lamps and stuff like when we've gone to like antique shops on trips. So that was a little bit of a drawback where I like didn't really want to go shopping because I didn't want to fall in love with something and not be able to bring it home. So yeah, I mean, I did do some shopping and I did buy some shirts and I got some jewelry, which I can't, and I got a hat. Did I get a hat? No, I didn't get a hat. I don't know why I thought I got a hat. I got some shirts and I got some jewelry, which that I can take home in the suitcase. But, other than that, I couldn't really get anything more, which I guess saved me money, but still. I'm always on the hunt for one of those really tall, like the floor lamps that are the lily lamps. And I was like so afraid we were going to see one while we were up there and not be able to take it home. But I didn't see one, so that was totally fine. But yeah, our trip was really fun. We did that last weekend and it was really fun. It's been very smoky in Idaho and in Washington and in Oregon. So like western Idaho, eastern Washington, Oregon, because of the fires that have been going on mostly in Oregon and Washington. There's been a few fires in Boise, there was one in Boise in the foothills. But I think there's been some in Boise, but we don't really get the smoke from those. We mostly get the smoke from like the ones that are in Oregon, Washington. Sometimes California will send their smoke up our way. Sometimes Canada will send their smoke down our way. It just kind of depends on the winds. But that Friday that we left was the first day in like, I don't want to exaggerate, but I feel like it was like 4 or 5 weeks of like smoke. It was the first clear day. It was the first day where the the air quality was like green again, like, and not red purple. Oh my gosh. So we kind of picked a really great day to go there because the smoke was also affecting them really bad and it cleared out. So it was clear air up in the mountains, smelled like pine trees. It was very nice. They have like a gondola tram thing that goes up to one of the peaks. And going on that was really nice because it was clear and you could see very far. Like the the locals up there were saying that it hadn't been clear in a while, so we picked a good time to go. And I was like, awesome. And it was also kind of dead, which I thought was a bad thing because like I don't want like these cute little touristy small towns to die. But some of the locals were also saying that like people are just traveling to like the coast and stuff to get away from the smoke, which makes sense. So, but yeah, it was really nice. It was a great trip, and it was fun to see what the car can do for a road trip. We are planning another road trip with the Miata in August of next year. I know it's kind of crazy that we've already got this planned out, but we already have this like lake house Airbnb booked on in Coeur d'Alene, and I'm really excited for that. And we want to take the Miata because it's kind of got like the tight little windy small lake roads and stuff around the lake, and that is the perfect car. That is the perfect car for that. Yeah, I am currently, let's see, I don't have anything like update wise. I'm not doing anything like work is going really well. It's Q4 or is it Q4? I guess September, it's almost Q4. We're a couple weeks away from Q4. My end of the year projects are ramping up, so I'm gonna start to be kind of busy at work, but it's not like too crazy. I've been really like not busy at work, so I'm kind of looking forward to having something to fill my days. I do feel very lucky to have a hybrid work like schedule, so I don't have to go into the office every day. So on those days that are like kind of light for me, I do have the ability to like do laundry, catch up on lawn work, on housework, diamond paint, like in between things. But I am looking forward to like having a project and a timeline and getting stuff done. So that'll be fun. Oh, my husband and I have already started getting our Halloween costumes ready. My husband and I are pretty big on Halloween. We didn't used to always be this way. I mean, I used to always love Halloween, and I would dress up for everything. I would dress up at work when I was younger. I would dress up for school. I would dress up obviously as a kid. Like my husband likes Halloween, but I feel like didn't really used to dress up before. And now we're like into it. So last year we both dressed up as Mothman, which I will absolutely be showing pictures because I thought we looked so cool. We walked around. So Boise has this like really cool, like this old historical road. It's called Harrison Boulevard. And so like if you're from Boise, you definitely know Harrison Boulevard. You might have heard of Harrison Boulevard from other things. Like it's just a known, really cool, like not classic, but it's just like where a lot of really like original large homes of probably like the wealthy people from, I don't know, early settlers of Boise. I actually really don't know the history very well. I should probably look it up. But they always shut the whole road down for Halloween. And the people who live on that road go crazy with their decorations. Like you go trick-or-treating there. Everybody's having a party. Like it is really fun. You don't go into people's homes. You just stay out in the front and stuff. But people just go crazy with their decorations, and it's like a really fun time. So my husband and I went to that and like walked around in our Mothman costumes with my best friend and her boyfriend, and it was really fun. We got a lot of compliments, which always feels nice when you work really hard on a costume. And I love Mothman, obviously, like tattoo of him on me. I just love the story of Mothman, the cryptid Mothman. So anyway, we did that. This year. We are dressing up as my husband is going to be Sauron, and I'm going to be the Oh, I always forget. It's like the witch, the freaking Nazgul writer. Oh my goodness. Lord of the Rings people are gonna kill me for not knowing this off the top of my head. The Witch King something. I'm looking it up. While I'm looking it up, so my husband's gonna be Sauron, and he found this whole like suit of armor basically that he's 3D printing. So he's doing that, and it's going to be awesome and amazing and crazy, and it's going to look so cool. He's got the helm done and like the shoulder parts, and he's currently printing the weapon. And then I'm doing Witch King of Angmar. Goodness. Sorry. People who actually are huge Lord of the Rings people are going to be pissed I didn't know that. Witch King of Angmar, which that is the character that's like riding on the Nazgul, that like at the end is like, no man can kill me. So I'm doing that, but I'm making mine more fun, and I'm doing it in pink. So I already have like this long flowy white dress, and I already have this long flowy like feathery tooly robe thing that I'm gonna layer with. I need to get something like some kind of a pink drapey fabric for my face. I have the helm printed out in pink. I have the mace printed out in pink, like I say printed out like with 3D printer. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and I'm really excited. I have these like really chunky, tall pink high heels that I'm gonna wear. I call them my Sabrina Carpenter heels because they're kind of like that style that she always wears, those really chunky, tall ones. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And we're kind of planning on doing the same thing. We're just going to go walk around Harrison Boulevard and then hopefully find a party or something to go to. Because, yeah, we gotta get those costumes out and let the world see them. But it's so fun. I'm very excited. So that's what we're doing right now. Like our 3D printer is just printing 24/7 to try and get my husband's costume finished before Halloween. I haven't really done any like decorating yet. I'll probably start decorating my house for like fall vibes in September, and then I'll actually do Halloween stuff in October. We always are decorating, like we have a cemetery that we put out in our front lawn, and like we add a tombstone to it every year, so it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's so fun. And I have a little Halloween village, like a Christmas village, but a Halloween one that I put up every year, so that'll be fun. But that's just not quite here. Still August. It's still very much summer. It's still going to be very much summer in like September, but I'm just itching for those fall vibes. I'm so excited for fall. We are going the not state fair, but like the county fair is happening. It actually starts today. Yeah, it started today. So that's going on. So that's kind of like, that kind of signifies the end of the summer, even though it's like weather-wise, it's definitely not the end of the summer, but like vibes-wise, the fair is the end of the summer. But we are going, they always have like a concert series, and Third Eye Blind is one of the people. So we are going to go to a Third Eye Blind concert. So that'll be fun. It's a band from our past. So that'll be a good time. And then we are also going on another trip, starting in the first week of September. We're going to take a trip to the like Puget Sound in Washington. We're gonna check out like Oak Harbor, Anacortes, San Juan Island. I've already booked like a whale watching boat, so I'm gonna do like a 4-hour long like whale watching. I'm really crossing my fingers that I see an orca. Orcas are one of my favorite animals. I would say orcas and owls and moths are my favorite animals / bugs, I guess. Moth is / insect. And I've never seen one in the wild. When I was really, really young, I did get to see Free Willy, technically Keiko, at the Newport Aquarium in Oregon. And I have like a stuffed animal from that still. It's like my little stuffed animal from when I was a baby. I do have a tattoo of an orca. I don't know if you guys can see something up on my arm. I really love orcas, so I'm really, really hoping to see them in the wild on this whale watching expedition, and I'll probably lose my mind. Like, I know I will probably cry. I'll just cry of excitement. My body just won't know how to handle all my emotions, so I'll just send tears, I'm sure. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the fact that it's going to be so much cooler there. It'll probably feel like fall and just get a reprieve from the heat and the smoke. Although the smoke has definitely gone away. They didn't really have smoke on that side of Washington, but if for whatever reason the smoke comes back, I think that we would like get a reprieve by going over there. I really like this color. This is like a purple fairy dust. I don't know if you guys can tell that this is like a fairy dust drill. Hopefully, I don't know. I personally, and I don't know, I don't mean it as like a shade. I don't know. I personally think that Diamond Art Club's fairy dust drills are like not how they used to be. When they first started making them, they were so glittery. And now I feel like they are like you can not really tell that these are fairy dust. I just did an unboxing of a couple Rita Konya kits, and I was like looking at the special drills. Granted, I didn't get it out of the bag, but one of the pink fairy dusts, like I could not see that fairy dust coating at all, like looking through the bag. And I don't know if it's just like, it's the colors, like too light of a color and you can't really see the fairy dust. And like if it's used on a darker color, then it looks better. I don't know, but I feel like they need to amp up their coating here. Cause like I got fairy dust drills from like Preston Placed, and those drills, those were glittery drills. Like you could tell absolutely they did not hold back on that fairy dust like coating. So maybe it's the comparison, maybe because I've seen ones that are way more sparkly that these are starting to not look as sparkly to me, but they haven't changed. I don't know. You guys should let me know in the comments if you've like noticed that, because I just feel like the fairy dust is not really that dusty anymore. I feel like I just word vomited for a while. I'm like, I talked about trips. I talked about future trips. I'm currently sitting here smelling, I'm cooking ribs in the oven. So I'm just smelling like rib, like rub and cooking meat. Smells pretty good. Making me hungry, and they've got like 2 hours to go still. So that's fun. I've like super gotten into like making like ribs this year. I've never made ribs in my life. And then my dad was making them and I was like, oh my God, I want these. I want to make ribs. So I made them, and now I'm seriously contemplating asking for a smoker for Christmas. Cause I'm like, what if I want to start smoking meats now? Not just ribs, but let's like learn how to make a bunch of other stuff. Why not? Why not? I guess we'll go into my little listening to, watching, and reading. That usually sparks some conversation. I usually save that to the end, and maybe this is the end, and it'll be a quick little whip and chat. But anywho, what am I watching, listening to, and reading? Watching. Finished House of Dragon. that actually was like a couple weeks ago, the season finale of that. So looking forward to the next season. And I think the next season is the last season. So I'm looking forward to just how they're going to wrap that up. Watching a lot of just random movies. Obviously, like the new Spider-Man movie came out. Went and saw that. Went and saw The Odyssey. Went and saw... what's the other one? I think that's it. Am I going crazy? Oh no, it's on my phone, which is recording right now. I have Letterboxd, so I was trying to remember what other movies I went and saw. I think The Odyssey and Spider-Man were kind of the big blockbusters. I just watched Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I watched that, like I finished it this morning. That's such a fun movie. Like, I'm sorry, but that movie is so funny. Let me think. I haven't found another show to watch. We finished House of Dragon, and then we haven't really like picked up another series yet. I do know that the newest season of Ted Lasso started, so I definitely want to watch that. But yeah, we're not really watching any other shows currently. Not that there's a lack to choose from. I have a lot of shows I want to watch. I just haven't like committed to anything yet. Let's see, reading. I think I talked about this in one of my vlogs recently, but I just finished I didn't just finish, like a week or two ago, I finished Blob by Maggie Sue. And then I started reading the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book. It's Carl's Doomsday something. Carl's Dream Doomsday or something like that. It's the second installment to that series. I'm not very far into it, just a few chapters, so I haven't really gotten into like the meat of the story yet. But I've been enjoying that. And then I've also still slowly been reading My Dreadful Darling by H.D. Carlton. I'm like 12% through that book instead of 6% through that book. So, yeah, I still got a ways to go on that one. But I just my husband and I are reading the Dungeon Crawler Carl books together. So when he's like not in the mood to do any reading, but I do, then I'll go read the My Dreadful Darling. But we've been really enjoying this Carl book, so I'm not really reading my other book as much. And then listening to, I've not been like, this is gonna sound weird, I've like not been listening to music. The only time I listen to music is when I'm like in the car and my phone just kind of auto starts Spotify. But it's just kind of like auto playing like just random playlists, so I'm not really listening to anything, which is weird. Not that I don't want to listen to music, nothing's really been like piquing my interest. Nothing new from like any of the main artists that I like to listen to has come out, so yeah, just kind of been listening to whatever. Oh my gosh, I just saw a bunch of these I didn't place. Yeah, haven't really been listening to anything of note lately. I'm trying to think. I am getting a tattoo tomorrow. Like, I'm trying to think of like things to talk about. I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow, another tattoo. I'm getting a little fawn tattooed to me. I'm very excited. I have that appointment tomorrow at 2:00. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm just trying to like fill my arms basically. I've been saving this arm. I don't know if you can see at all. I only have like coastal animals. Like I've got a sandpiper and then some sharks, and then, well, I have a random moon, that doesn't count, and then like the orca, and then so I'm trying to like save like this arm as like a coastal arm, and then this arm is just full of, well, not full, but it's just got a bunch of random stuff. I've got a bat, a knife, a moth, cat on a moon, random vine, a dinosaur, Mothman. So I'm thinking of, I just want to fill my arm. So just kind of wherever the little fawn fits is where it'll go. But I'm leaning towards this arm to still keep my other arm like the coastal one, but I don't know. There's only so many coastal critters. Although I think it'd be really fun to like fill this up with some seashells, like sand dollars and like clam shells and stuff. Because those are really prevalent on the Oregon coast. So I think that would be fun, but whatever. Future me will figure that out. I think it'd be fun to get a tattoo while I'm in Washington. Kind of was like a travel token, but tattoos can like, unless they're just small little flash tattoos can like take up quite some time. I don't really want to like take up a bunch of time of my vacation to like get a tattoo. I don't know. Not like, I mean, I did with Mothman, but that's like, I really wanted to do that with this very specific artist. But yeah, if it's not something I'm like really dying to get, I don't want to like take time away from vacation for the tattoo. Yeah, but I'm excited. It's the same girl who did, she does like fine line, same girl who did the sword dagger. It's like the fine line stuff, so I'm excited to get that little deer done, little doe or fawn. I think it's a fawn. Just kind of curled up sleeping fawn. It's very cute. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to think of like anything diamond painted related. I've been absolutely, oh yeah, I said I was going to talk about something. Okay. Well, I was going to say, I've been absolutely liking this kit or loving this kit. So far, like the glue has been good. It's not like its usual or like how it used to be, like that really nice plush glue, but it's been sticky. And that's really all I can ask for at this point. Just be sticky. Kind of the bare minimum, I would say, but Diamond Art Club's been struggling with that. So I'm happy to say that the glue on this kit is sticky. But I've been having not crazy, I'm being dramatic, but I've been having an issue with drills that I've never had before with any company, let alone Diamond Art Club, but I've never experienced this issue. So with drills, a very common issue is how the bottom will be concaved and they won't stick because they're concaved. Well, I'm having the opposite, where the bottom of the drills are like domed. So it kind of acts the same, where when it's domed, less surface of the drill is touching the canvas and they're not like sticking because they're not flat, they're domed. I tried to take a picture of this and it was really difficult to like get my phone to focus on something so small, but I think I got a pretty good picture of this where you can see how like one of the drills is flat and then the rest that I have on this multiplacer are kind of like curved or domed, and they don't stick to the canvas like that. And it's one specific color. And now, of course, I'm not going to know. I'm pretty sure it's this color. I have it in 3746, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 large Elizabeth Wardens full of this color. It was like 13 or 12 bags of this. And this is the one that has the super domed bottoms. So it's like a majority of the purple in this canvas is like the drill that I have the most trouble with. And that really sucks. That really sucks. Or I think that actually, no, okay. I'm going to look at my notes. Okay, I think I'm losing my mind. It's this color. It's the 791. It's not purple. It's the blue. But this, I have 3 large Elizabeth Wards. So it's still quite a lot of drills. And they are domed on the bottom. And it's weird. And I don't know. I haven't like reached out to Diamond Art Club about it because it's kind of like, I don't really want them to send me different drills because it's like, I've already started placing them. Like, what if for some reason it's like a different dye lot and they don't match? And then what if they also just are the same and they aren't any different? Because they make their drills in-house. So, but then I'm also kind of like, maybe I should at least tell them so that if they need to adjust something from their like machines that make these drills, I really don't know. But it's a weird situation. It's like a weird issue that's new for me for drills. Everything else about these are perfectly fine. Like every now and then, yeah, I'll get one with a hole. Or I'll get one that has kind of like a weird little nibbly bit on the end, or something. But that's all kind of just normal trash, I would say. But these domed ones are, interesting. I guess I will for sure reach out if I can't finish this kit because, oh my gosh, is it like speaking of? No, it's just not sticking. Yeah, I'll reach out for sure if I don't have enough drills to finish because of the weird dome thing and they're not sticking. But yeah, that was a new issue that I've never come across. Have you guys ever come across that? Because I sure haven't. I was going to say too, I've been really loving like everything that's been coming out like in restocks for Diamond Art Club. I haven't super been interested in like the new releases. Nothing so far this week. I'm filming this on the 21st, so nothing this like week of August has like really spoken to me. I feel like it's a lot of AI art that I don't particularly like. But I did get the Mareuty, the little shelf that came out last week. At first I wasn't going to because I love a cluttered shelf, like a cluttered shelf or a cluttered room. I mean, clearly cluttered shelf here. It's kind of like my favorite thing to like diamond paint. But I was like, didn't want to do it because the colors were kind of boring. Like it's just a lot of browns, but then also like the white background. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Until I found out and realized it was a partial and you don't have to diamond paint the white background. And then I immediately had to have it. I love partials. I did my first partial from Diamond Art Club a few months ago and it was amazing. I love how quickly you can get through them and how you don't have to sit and diamond paint color block a whole background of color. So I jumped on that as soon as I could. I actually bought that when we were on our trip and I was worried I wasn't going to have service up in the mountains, but I did. So that's amazing. I haven't gotten it yet. I think it was a pre-order, so I don't know when that'll ship, but I'm excited to see that. I probably won't do it until next year. Just because it's kind of more of like a Halloween-y fall vibe with the clutter on it, but it's still really cute and I'm excited. I'm excited to at least see what it looks like and like unbox it. I am also excited. I haven't gotten the email. My mom got an email though that the September box for Preston Place, those are starting to ship. So I'm really looking forward to getting the September box. It was, so I can't remember. It was like, it was like, oh my gosh, I got to start like screenshotting these themes, but it was like harvest, I don't know. Very cute and fall themed, and I'm really excited. And then I did also decide to move forward and get the October box because that theme was super, super cute. Like, enchanted conservatory? Are you kidding? Step inside a greenhouse where the plants are a little more magical than usual. 3 exclusive pieces filled with mushrooms, greenery, magic, and the mysterious caretakers of this unusual garden. I immediately think about Little Shop of Horrors when I read that. So I'm pretty excited for that one, but I won't see that until October. I'm hoping. I've gotten 3 of her subscription kits, and I haven't even done one of them yet. I have done a Preston Place kit. I just haven't done any of the mystery box because I just keep working on these other big projects. But I'm kind of hoping maybe I could do one in October, like maybe one of the September ones, and do it for like Drills and Chills. I already have my November planned. I don't like usually plan ahead. I plan in the way of like seasonal diamond paintings. Like I know in October, or even if I wasn't doing this, I'm pretty sure this kit will take me into September. But like when I know that like Drills and Chills starts in September, I'll like plan on working on like a October-y, Halloween-y themed one. Or like if I know that I have like a Christmas one, I'll obviously work on that around Christmas. But I don't really plan anywhere else in the year. Like I'll kind of just look at what events are going on to maybe help me, but I'm not a huge planner. However, I say that, but I already have my November kit planned because Sarah J. Maas's 6th ACOTAR book is coming out in the end of October. And so I'll definitely be reading that in November. So I am going to definitely be working on my Valaris kit from Diamond Artisan Shop. I was lucky enough to get the Valaris one before they got discontinued. And I really want to work on it while I am reading the new book. I think that just is perfect. I know there's other diamond painters that are doing the same. So this isn't like an idea that I just thought of, but I knew, like, I got this kit like in January or whatever, and then she announced her books, and so I just was like, oh, definitely saving that kit. It's almost like my own little event. Ooh, somebody should do like an ACOTAR / diamond painting, like an ACOTAR theme event. I would, but I don't know the first thing about doing a diamond painting event. So I don't really want to take that on. But someone out there should do an ACOTAR theme. And I know it's like, oh, you should open it up to all books. Nope. I would just do ACOTAR. There's ACOTAR kits from like almost every company. And it's an ACOTAR book. So I would just say ACOTAR theme only. That would be really fun. Maybe there will be one, or maybe there is one and I just need to look it up. So I am excited for that, but I'm hoping that maybe I can have one of my kits, like an October kit could be maybe like the large one from September or something from the Preston Place. I don't know. We will see. We will see what those kits look like. I do have an affiliate code with Preston Place if you guys want to check them out. You get 15% off your entire purchase. Now, I do not know if that includes like your first subscription box. It could. I don't know. You'd have to see maybe, but I do know that it's 15% off your entire purchase. So if you want to use that, it is an affiliate code, so I do get a small commission. So if you do use it, thank you. But if you don't, that's totally fine too. But I think Preston Place is up there as one of my top favorites, not because I have an affiliate code with them, but I just think that their quality is really good. And like Diamond Art Club, like Mooney Made, Dreamer Designs, Jada Gem Shop, although I don't love Jada Gem Shop's drill quality, but I think that those got improved. I haven't like done a kit from them in a while, but I love the artists that she has, that she's working with. I love the artists. And then Preston Place now is up there. I love Craftably, but they are no longer around. And honestly too, I really like diamond dots. Diamond dots are more ones that you get in like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, but I think Diamond Dots has like really great, they have really sparkly round drills. I think they're really great for a budget company. Great quality. So yeah, just been loving all the new artists and artworks and companies and everything that's been coming out for diamond paintings. So I guess I'm just gonna end it there. That was a lot of kind of just random word vomit. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to that. Let me know what projects you're working on, if you guys are diamond painting while you're listening to this or some other type of project. I'm always so curious of what other diamond paintings people are working on, just to like see like just people's different tastes in art and everything like that, and what people are working on right now. So let me know in the comments. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and listening and watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.